Hey there, everybody. It's Kermit the Frog here. I'm here today with my friend Rob, and, sometimes I usually cater to the children, but sometimes I like to get the adult time with my friends and, just grab a couple of brews around the porch, and Miss Piggy, she can be a real pain in the ass, Kermit the Frog is my name, and I'm an amphibian married to a pig, and there's nothing wrong with that. In 2020, we can do such things. So, and another thing that we did is we made a beer with some mushrooms, not the magic variety. Is that okay, Rob?
It's fine. I'm in awe. I'm a big fan.
Oh yeah, I'm also a big fan of you, Rob, and your personality really shines in this platform, and Rob, I think you're my soulmate, actually, and that's the real reason why I'm here. I want to talk to you about being in love, and I want you to whisper sweet nothings into my ear every single night, and then I'll roll over and snuggle with Piggy. Are you interested in being a thruple, some thruple action?
I would be so honored.
Oh, great. Okay, well, let me make a call to Piggy and tell her to, shift sides of the bed, and we'll figure this out. So
let's do a quick trial run. Cue that intro.
You're about to hear the greatest show of your life. Dudes with brews on a porch with Rob and Drew.
All right, there it is.
All right.
Kermit the Frog just walked out of my front.
I'm amazed.
What just happened?
I'm speechless.
I asked,
but I can't wait. Honestly,
what's going on?
I just love to feel felt.
I'm not sure what happened. I was getting things ready for this episode, and then all of a sudden I walk into the back, and
It's just a real special moment between me and Kermit the Frog.
that's pretty wild. I never knew he knew these parts.
Yeah, apparently he listens to the show.
What?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's great.
Didn't mention you.
That's fine. Well, he did send me an email one time and said to try out this beer, and it's called the Invisible Landscape from Hacienda Beer Company, also in the same building as Door County Brewing Company in Wisconsin. It's from Bailey's Harbor, Wisconsin, in case you didn't know. We've been there.
Oh yeah.
Wait, no,
I was not.
You weren't there. I've been there. I'm sorry. And then, so what it is, Rob, and I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of scared to try this one.
I am too.
It's a porter brewed with foraged chaga mushrooms, not just regular mushrooms, foraged.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
this is
I don't know how you forage a mushroom.
You find it in the wild, and it's not like on a
Oh, so it's a foraged.
foraged. Yeah.
I thought it was like forged in the metal
In
fires
fires.
of Mordor or something.
No. A 5.3 on the ABVs, and in the IBUs. It looks like a porter. It's dark in color.
It doesn't smell abnormal.
No, I don't know.
I don't know. I guess I don't know what chaga mushrooms would smell like, but
I like to eat mushrooms like on food and stuff, but I don't know about drinking something that has been made with it.
well,
Did you try it?
I have not. It smells like a fine beer,
All right,
so I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Tastes all right.
Yeah, it does. Tastes like a porter.
That aftertaste, you get some mushroom kick to it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you get that?
it's more the feeling of how your mouth feels after you eat a mushroom. I feel like.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Did you get a bite up front though, like an acidity to it? Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't really notice it.
That's why I took 2 drinks, because I wanted to see if it happened twice or if it was just because it was the first drink.
I don't know. Okay. Well, maybe not as bad as we thought.
Saying that this beer was made with foraged mushrooms conjures up a mental image. And I'm sure there's some people that won't go, near this.
Mm-hmm.
You and I happen to like mushrooms.
Yep.
So
not the
give it
drug.
a try.
Just eating them.
Yeah.
Right.
On things.
Right.
Yes.
I don't just eat wild mushrooms.
Yeah. I'm not
they got to be
walking
cooked, prepared, presented in a nice fashion, and I will enjoy them. That's how it goes.
Yep.
Rob, December in full effect. How was your Thanksgiving? How'd it go?
It went good. Just only went to my parents' house, which that's the only place I hang out really.
Okay.
I guess I did talk to my aunt too.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we tried to do like a 6-person Zoom call with an interpreter with Lennon.
Oh, sure.
Didn't work out well.
No.
No.
It's too bad. Yeah, that stuff happens. So for those of you that don't know, your brother's deaf.
Yes.
So that's what he means by interpreter. But this with things going on, and obviously now is really not the time for big gatherings. As I get ready for a big gathering within the next month or so.
I think your wedding party should be on the first serve vaccine list, personally.
Me too. That would be great. But Thanksgiving and the holidays, with just some things that have been happening, I'm interested to hear what your real definition of family is and your idea of family. Because I feel like there's some things going on where people are presenting reasons to be jerks, and are just really, in my opinion, making bad choices against members of their family. And it's it's a conversation that goes, or that leads me to think, do I really want to be in a relationship with these people? I'm not talking about Carissa, obviously.
No, I didn't think so.
But I'm just saying. But it's like, just some things that have been said, actions that have occurred, and you just really made me believe, like, I don't think they value me or some other people in my family as members of the family, and I don't,
Yeah, well, I think we live in a time where the idea of family, of what family values are, have changed quite a bit.
Right.
With the internet, with the ability to travel, with a lot of different things. If you can find people that are like-minded, they will become more of a family to you than your family. If your family does, people used to grow up in an age where it's like, if you had different views than your family, then they would either beat it out of you or shame you into believing what they believed, and you just had to live an unhappy life until you could walk away, and then they would, disown you or something.
Yeah, I just, I don't even know if it's that, but I just feel like
that's a while. That's back when
back in the day.
It's before, like, I feel like that was probably before travel was a wide spread thing. It was easy to travel. As soon as you could travel, like, there were probably younger generations like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. These people are crazy.
I just like, it's just like, that and I'm not talking about me specifically, but when a person has done a lot for other members of their families, and then they just up and just straight up treat you like trash, and it's like, I don't know, I don't want to. Well, like, yeah, you might be like by blood my uncle or aunt or whatever, or cousin, but I don't feel that way. I don't consider you that, and I just wondering if that makes me a bad person.
No, it doesn't. I've had those thoughts about even my brothers, who I don't dislike in any way, but I think at anybody's point, so I have 4 brothers, and I actually have 5 brothers and a sister. My youngest brother and sister I don't see very much.
Yeah.
But I've questioned whether or not I would hang out with my brother. Like, would I even know them if they weren't in my family? You know, I'd like to say that maybe I would, but at the same time, you know, maybe not. I don't. I think like with what you're talking about, you can really find, in my opinion, what determines a quote unquote family member that you consider family, not blood relative, but what somebody you consider that close. It comes down to when you tell them something they don't want to hear and how they react to it. And then, you know, it's like, and if you do something that they don't want you to do, if they're willing to forgive or or accept.
Yeah.
And that goes both ways. It's like it's a two-way street for what you're, you know, how you treat them and how they treat you. And it's, if one of those lanes is clogged up, then yeah, you're probably, one of you isn't serving the other person in life.
Right. Yeah. I just, just some things have happened that have bothered me and things that I've heard, as far as going like with treatment of other people to my family. It kind of bothers me and I don't like it. And I think I've just made the decision that I'm not going to make an effort to try to be a part of that. Like my kids aren't going to call you uncle or aunt or so-and-so. Like I'm not going to have that because, you know, if you're not going to go into that role, and obviously like I have to fall into a role of some sort with them too, but I'm just not going to do it just for the sake of, where, you know, through a marriage or, you know, distantly or even by, you know, blood, where relatives, like I'm not going to, I don't know. Just a lot of toxicity, as they say, as the kids say, toxic people. And I'm sick of defending them. I'm sick of trying to like loop around them and be like, oh, well, this and this. And it's like, no, fuck that. They're aware of what they're doing and how they're approaching things. And I just don't like it.
So
I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah, I understand that. As a parent, this is a question I have to ask that will fall into this what you're talking about. Do you think about things in terms of what am I teaching my children?
Sometimes, you know, it's I mean, I don't know that they'll necessarily notice a difference because I don't like in my like direct contact, like I don't really.
Well, that's exactly it. If they don't notice it, that means it's so ingrained. Like it was ingrained in me that I call my aunts and uncles aunt and uncle, no matter if I don't ever see them. Yeah. No matter if they get me gifts on Christmas or whatever, or if they like, and granted, I live in a situation where all my aunts and uncles are very good people. And right. But I'm
not saying they're bad people.
But and this is the reason I ask, because you are really like, you're splitting. You're at that's a fork in the road decision where it's like, am I going to teach my kids through example to respect blood family and relatives and what family is? Or am I going to teach my kids through example to take their own life into account and say, hey, if this person's not serving me in my life and they're giving me more trouble than good, then it's time to part ways and do what's good for me. Like, right. You can look at both of those arguments as a good thing to teach your kids, and you're not coming right out and saying this is what I'm doing, but that is what they might pick up off of it.
Maybe. I just, but I'm, and I still respect them to a degree or whatever, but I'm just not, even in my case, in my life with my kids, my friends are uncle, like you would be Uncle Rob. Or, we call my friend Kay Auntie Kay. She's not my sister. She's not related to me.
Yeah. I have a couple uncles and that aren't blood related, but they will always be family to me.
Right. So, I have that. And then, so that I just think, and then their kids refer to me as Uncle Drew. And so it's just that in itself, like, creates a family dynamic too, that shows like, hey, you can pick and choose family. And I know blood is important to some people or whatever, and I'm not disregarding that or I'm not dismissing it, but I'm just saying, like, if you feel like you're like example on one side of my family, I feel like my relatives look at me like I'm the black sheep, outcast. They used to always think I like just all I did was drink, which was never the case. I did drink. I still drink beer or whatever. And now it's, more casually than maybe it once was, but I've never had a problem. Or then they would just look at me like I don't know. And then like they see that I had a kid young, I was married, and now I'm divorced, and now I'm getting married again. And they just are like, oh, like, what is this guy fucking doing? That kind of stuff. And like, they look at my wedding coming up as they're not, a lot of my family isn't coming for various reasons, but I just think that they think it would be more of an obligation anyways.
Have you ever had an open conversation with them about this stuff? That's such a stupid question because no one really does ever have that conversation with but it is something that therapists and shit will ask you. Like, did you ever bring this up? It's 20 years after my child. No, never thought to bring that up.
I haven't. I only see them a couple times a year anyway.
But my whole life. So when you see them, do they give you a vibe that they have a beef with you, or they
not a beef,
but they have a
I think there's just
disapproval of your life?
I think it's just phoniness. I think it's there's some of my aunt and uncles I know legitimately care about me and are happy for my situation and see that I'm not doing bad in life because I know I'm not, doing bad.
Oh yeah.
And I've never been in a.
Ryan just put you in the top 2.
What do you mean? No.
Of your guys' group of friends?
Top 2 what?
Top 2 in terms of just being ahead in life.
I don't know that I'm ahead, but
you're ahead of everybody else in the group.
No.
That's what he thinks.
Well, that's nice of him to think, but that's not true. We're ahead of each other in many different.
How is that not true?
He's ahead of me in regards. I'm ahead of him in regards. That's just how it is.
What regards is he ahead of? I know I'm in last, and I don't fit in that category. But
no, Ryan's in a good relationship.
So are you?
You're right, but he from my understanding, he's happy with his career choice. I think he's happy for the time being. Yeah, right. And I think
But he can't do what you're doing with your like he can't. He's not in a position to buy a house to get married and
having a house doesn't give you status.
Well, where was this mentality before you bought the house?
That's a good question. I try to bring myself down no matter where I am.
I think he just means in terms of like, this is the thing. This is where I'm getting caught up in life right now, where it's like, do you want like, which way is the right way to go through your life? Do you hit these bullet points? Career, house,
right,
marriage, kids, die, retire or whatever, retire, travel for a year and then die. Like,
sure.
That's a hard pill to swallow for people.
And that's not necessarily the path that
I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying like, that's what, if you talk and go on from there, same projection line though.
Yeah.
There is no jump in a car and travel and go on from there. Same projection line though.
Yeah,
there is no jump in a car and travel.
Yeah,
there is no jump in a car and travel around for
sure,
as long as you want to, and don't shower for weeks and let your hair grow long and you could be happy for God's sake.
I mean, you could do that.
Yeah, anybody could do that. Yeah.
I don't know. I just how some treatment's happening, and I'm just like, why put an effort in when it's just not worth it to me anymore.
Well, personally, you're asking the wrong person because though I've thought about these things and I know what my answers like, this is one of those topics that you get the dual mentality on, in my opinion. The back of your, it's one of those like, okay, this is my family and I should care about them and I should have them in my life and in my children's life, no matter what. But then like in the back of your brain, there's what you actually know is true. Mm-hmm. And that's, these people don't want to come and hang out with me. I don't want them to come and hang out with me. I don't want to go hang out with them.
Yeah.
nothing about this relationship is serving me or my children or my future or anything.
Or even them.
Or yeah, and that's the thing. They're thinking the same thing, I bet.
Yeah, probably.
You know, honestly, it's like this weird contract that we have that was just forced on us, like when we were born. This is why I asked, do you think about things in terms of what am I teaching my children by making these decisions? Because what our parents taught us and their parents taught them is this social contract that is blood is thicker than everything else.
Yeah.
Family, you know, it doesn't matter if you fucking hate your family, you still always are. You show up on these 5 contractually obligated days,
right?
Christmas and Thanksgiving and Easter and whatever, and you play nice, and then you can forget about them for the rest of the year if you want. Remember birthdays if you can, and it's like, well, what the hell is that? That makes no sense,
right?
But at the same time, it's like I can't say anything because I'm like the only person that still talks to my Aunt Patty because she is like the most negative person I've ever met.
Right.
And just like going over there for a few hours, like sucks so much life force out of you.
You really want to name drop her? She listen to this?
She doesn't listen.
Okay.
She doesn't understand the internet, I don't think.
That's good. Is that the one I met?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one that tried to pay us with candy.
She did pay us with candy.
She took from
she didn't try. She did pay us in candy. That's stolen candy from a lobby.
From a lobby candy bowl. They didn't put out a just take one sign, and that was their mistake. But yeah, you know, she has a way of sapping life force from people, so people stop talking to her. But I'm better at talking myself off of that ledge throughout the day. So by the time I get to here at the end of the night, I'm not thinking. I'm better at talking myself off of that ledge throughout the day. So by the time I get to here at the end of the night, I'm not thinking. I'm better at talking myself off of that ledge throughout the day. So by the time I get to here at the end of the night, I'm not thinking. I'm better at talking myself off of that ledge throughout the day. So by the time I get to here at the end of the night, I'm not thinking of that ledge throughout the day. So by the time I get to here at the end of the night, I'm not thinking about it when I go to bed.
Well, that's good.
But it's all guilt and shame based on things that happen, you know, and it's all things that we need to learn to let go of. And family ties in this day and age don't mean as much as they used to. They just don't.
Right. Yeah. It's weird.
And I'm somebody that relies on my family heavily, but I have similar. Like I have no ill will to, like, I don't feel that way about most of my family, 99% of my family, in town here, especially. I love hanging out with them. I feel, you know, it's like, so I don't, it's a different situation.
I love hanging out with your family too.
They're good people.
I haven't seen your parents in a long time.
Yeah.
Horrible.
And it's like,
it's part of the problem.
Yeah, try and tell them where it's like, Price is Right is on. Come on.
It's Pop-Tarts?
Yeah, and tell them where it's like, Price is Right is on. Come on.
Can't we?
Price is Right is on. Come on.
Can't we guess the retail value of these Pop-Tarts?
Yeah, right.
Or something like
Price is Right is on. Come on.
Can't we guess the retail value of these Pop-Tarts?
Yeah, right.
Or something like
Price is Right is on. Come on.
Can't we guess the retail value of these Pop-Tarts?
Yeah, right.
Or something like Can't we guess the retail value of these Pop-Tarts?
Yeah, right.
Or something like
But yeah, it's like breaking news 5 minutes ago. This was breaking news. Like, and then they change the channel and listen to it and it's like, come on, you guys, this is going to drive you insane.
Yeah. Yeah. I honestly, like, I really don't watch the news.
I do when
Next
I'm at
to
my
never.
parents' house, but I'm always trying to get them to change the channel.
I hate it all. I don't care. Doesn't matter what side. I don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, you can see they're politicians. What they say doesn't matter. Why are you listening to the words that are coming out of their mouths?
Right.
I mean, that shouldn't even be broadcast.
Right.
I understand why it is in some regards, but it's like, you know, I was watching that Ted Bundy movie.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know what made me think of this, but he's sitting in court and they tell him not to like emote. And I was thinking about why lawyers tell you not to emote when you're on trial. And it's because the media can fucking take any, like, if you act sad, the media will say you're faking. If you act mad, the media will say, well, look at him. He's got a temper. He clearly did it. Like, there is no truth behind anything except for a stone straight face, which they will still say, look at this emotionless monster.
Right.
Like, nothing you do will ever garner winning with politics.
Well, Ted
and with
Bundy was
media.
pretty crazy.
Yeah, he was. But I'm referring to one 5-second snippet of that where it's like, and you can apply that to any case.
You're saying as long as you're a serial killer and you don't show emotion, just don't show emotion, right?
Yeah, he definitely.
It's okay to murder people.
And,
just don't show emotion.
he didn't show the emotion. Therefore, he should have gotten off.
Okay, but he didn't.
Obviously, but no, he didn't.
Is this the Zac Efron one?
It was the Zac Efron one. I fast forwarded through quite a bit of it.
I never finished it. Is it good?
It's not bad. I mean, it just it looks at it from a different angle because it's more about the court case and his relationship with that chick than it is about what he actually did.
He killed a lot of people.
Yeah, he did.
Was it all women?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, like Jack the Ripper, kind of. But no one knows who that is. Maybe Ted Bundy is a time traveler.
That could be. Personally, I think H.H. Holmes is Jack the Ripper.
I don't know who that is.
It's America's first serial killer.
Jack the Ripper is from London.
Yeah, but how H.H. Holmes traveled to London for a short period of time to go to school where he was selling selling skeletons to colleges in London.
Okay.
And now there's a weird like gap in the timelines a little, like there, it's hard to prove certain things, but
Sure.
It fits his MO and he fits the MO of Jack the Ripper. And then he came back here and continued to kill. That might be true. That might not be true. They've done handwriting. There's people.
Get on the Google machines.
Yeah.
Text it in. Write it in.
There's a couple of hard candidates for Jack the Ripper. H.H. Holmes is in the running. But some people feel like he's been ruled out, but then there's another guy that I don't know. They're all dead. What does it matter anymore, I guess?
It doesn't.
No.
Doesn't. I'm pretty full. I don't think I'm going to finish this beer.
Yeah, I probably won't myself. I'm trying to finish the glass of beer, but I ate a lot of food at the Packer game.
I also ate a lot of food.
Did we get to the bottom of what your deep inquiry?
Maybe.
I mean, I say if you're feeling the way you're feeling, go with your gut on that.
Yeah. What if my gut's telling me to poop?
Then definitely go with your gut.
All right. Well, since I think we're not going to finish this beer.
So we're not finishing the episode. Bye.
No. Let's introduce this new segment.
Oh, we're gonna do that.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. So now me and Rob established a new rule. Every time that we have a quote unquote bad beer, and I'm not saying this one's necessarily a bad beer, but it's a good time to pick it up because I'm really not going to finish it. It's called a segment that we like to call Bad Jokes for Bad Beers.
All right.
Take it away. So we always have to have at least 2 jokes in our pockets that are bad.
All right. So know that these are bad jokes.
Yeah.
That's the big part.
Okay.
Never been told before. I wrote these today.
All right.
First one. Person walks into a doctor's office and he says to the doctor, I'm feeling real crappy, doc. I'm questioning destiny and free will. I feel like I don't have free will. Anytime I get on a path, I have no choice but to go down that path. I feel like I'm running in place. I can see where I want to go, but there's just something keeping me from getting there, And the doctor says, well, yeah, we all feel that way sometimes, And this patient just drones on and on. He's like, my life is a mess, and there's probably more that I haven't written. And he shoos him out, and then the doctor, puts his hand on his head and he sighs and he goes and walks over, looks at his reflection in his water bowl and goes, it's a horrible day to be a hamster.
Yeah.
So bad joke number 1.
Poor hamster.
Yeah. Think about it.
You gotta say like my life's going in circles.
Well, that's, running in place, going nowhere.
Yeah.
You're in a cage so you can see through it, but you can't get through it.
Okay.
You run through tubes as a hamster.
Sure.
So when you pick a path, you can't turn, you can't change it.
Right.
I have it written down at home. There's more to it. But,
Okay.
This
I like that one.
This next one is so fucking stupid. So stupid. I'm going to preface this by going, I thought to myself today while I was driving, you know what? I want to write a vocabulary joke.
All right.
Joke about words or a word. And
Sure.
I was, so here's a word. Superfluous. It's an adjective. Refers to a female's monthly cycle. Example? These pads are superfluous. I'm sorry. I got that wrong. Superfluous is the word. So you'd have to have a card when you tell that joke and be reading it off the card. I misread. Superfluous. So stupid. This has been bad jokes. We're bad beers.
Bad jokes or bad beers. I don't have any bad ones on that I can currently think of.
I can't believe I told that one on mic. I can't believe I thought that up. I was like laughing at myself for going, well, you fucking moron.
You know what? I recently had a thought last night in bed. I wonder how that guy from freakcreditreport.com is doing. The singer guy. Remember him?
Oh, yeah.
I wonder how he's doing. I just thought about that last night when I was going to bed. Like, interesting.
Yeah. You know what's actually coincidental is the other day I thought they should have commercial actors on late night talk shows.
Yeah?
Yeah. We all see them just as much as we see any other actor.
Right. Fair enough.
Wouldn't you want to see an interview with Flo?
I would.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Should be interesting.
Probably not.
Probably.
I don't know.
Yeah. Outside of that, Rob, I don't really have much going on.
Same here.
Just overwhelmed by a lot of things. And
What do you do to get away from life in the pandemic?
yeah, it was running, but now like even that's coming down to I ran today. I'm 22.6 miles away from 300 miles for the year, which is my goal. So I really want to hit that. But it's not easy because of my schedule. It's so fucking just crammed all the time. I don't even like sometimes I won't even realize I legitimately will not know what day it is because it's just going through the motions, getting up, doing homework, going to work, coming home, doing more homework, hanging out for a little bit, going to sleep, doing it all again.
You just show up to work on a Sunday?
I mean, and half the time, odds are if I just keep doing the cycle, I'm working 6 days a week a lot of times recently. So it's, odds are I'm doing it right. I'm on the right routine.
Yeah.
So this is really 1 out of 7 times that it'll be wrong.
Yeah, it's weird how that's one of those things where like everything works on a bell curve or on a you ever hear them say that too much and too little of something is a bad thing. Mm-hmm. Because I have the same problem, but it's not because I'm doing too much. It's because I'm doing absolutely nothing at all. So I don't know what day it is half the time either.
Yeah,
I know for Sunday for football, and I normally could give two shits about football.
why? I love football.
It's fine. It's fine sport.
Fine. That's another thing I've been thinking about recently. It's just like we're just watching, it's really like goes all back to like the gladiator times, the Colosseums and all that, and watching this spectacle, and it's just we're watching.
Well, you know what? That's why I hate these rules about protecting the quarterback. He gets paid millions. Kill that fucker. Sorry, there's new rules in the NFL. They make me a little bit anxious. I'm on edge.
I get upset about the time that like not stopping the clock when they go out of bounds within the
I've been
over 2 minutes or whatever.
I've been trying to pay attention to that, and I see no rhyme or reason to it.
Doesn't make any sense.
I seriously, because I go to my parents' house on Sunday and we watch all 3 games and switch back and forth between the 2 games that are playing at the same time or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like I have been trying to legit figure out why they stop the clock and when it's out of bounds and when it's just. And we were watching it today, and if you watched it, it was like no timeout was called. It was a completed pass on the field, and the play clock's not running and the clock's not running. And it's like, what the fuck is going on right
Someone
now?
was like spotting the ball too. They stop it when they spot it, maybe, or when they have to set it. I don't know.
Sometimes they do when it's going to take a long time, but it's like, I guess maybe it's rookie clock operators.
Maybe.
But I've heard that it's 5 minutes. You can start controlling the clock at the last 5 minutes of the game or of the half.
And that's it.
And that's it.
That's stupid.
Well, they have to do that because they need to sell ad time and stuff. And
I suppose.
the game would be 6 hours if they let it, like every time that you went out of bounds. I'm with you on that. I say get rid of the ads and let the clock stop.
If sports were on like a Hulu only subscription base, you had to get something like that, or you pay, a premium, and but there aren't any ads. Are you doing it?
If I had a job, yeah, absolutely. if I had money to spend, I would do that. But right now I'd have to say no.
Yeah.
But it's like there wouldn't be no ads. That's the other thing. There's a lot
banners in the stadium.
There's a lot of ads all over the place.
Yeah.
All the time in every sport.
Well, the jerseys alone are ads.
Yeah.
Or
The one
Nike
thing that they
products.
don't advertise on that I've said for years now, probably a decade.
Abstinence.
Yeah, well, they don't really. Probably the opposite of that. But they're mouth guards. Like in basketball and stuff, they bite and then they're
true.
showing. And nobody's advertising on that mouth guard, and I never understood why that is.
Yeah.
Because it's like they do a close-up shot of a dude with his mouth guard sticking out of his mouth. No ad there.
They just got a smile that says Mountain Dew across his teeth or
Yeah,
something.
right?
I think it's a missed opportunity.
It is. That would be an ironic ad choice for your teeth. Mountain Dew.
What if we somehow reach out to Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Did we talk about this once? I feel like we talked about this.
I don't think so. Maybe. But and I say, hey,
Because I've been saying this for a decade.
I'll give him a dudes with brews on a porch mouth guard. You just got to smile every time you hit a basket.
Yeah.
When you get that close up, smile, baby.
They just stick them out of their mouth. They don't even need to.
That's true.
They absolutely run around with them just like sticking out of their mouth.
Flapping all over the place. All willy nilly.
Yep.
They say, fuck your safety, your protocols. If I break my teeth, guess what? I'm rich. I'll buy new ones.
Right?
Whiter ones. Straighter ones.
The sparkle.
Golden ones.
Yeah.
You can do anything with my teeth. I can do anything with my teeth because I'm loaded. Yeah.
I have $1 million smile. And it means something to say that to them.
Yeah.
It's not like saying it to a kid. Because that means nothing. We all know that.
You ever told someone they have like a good smile? Isn't that kind of a dumb thing?
I feel like I have, but that's because I have major anxiety about my teeth and my smile. I look like a person when I smile. So it's whatever. Think what you want, people. Am I a bad person?
I don't think you're a bad person, but
Well, then why should the word? Why should saying one word all of a sudden turn me into a bad person? If for the last
I just don't like
15 years I've been a fine person.
just don't like that word.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
All right.
I'm just one person though.
I'm just saying words are just a way of getting an idea across. We don't need to take it that serious. Like we don't need
You could have
to.
said you look like a dragon.
I don't look like a dragon though,
How do you know?
because
They couldn't have had perfect teeth. No way.
it's not about the teeth and that's not why I say that. The teeth has nothing to do with it. It's the thing that my face contorts into that's why I say that. It's what my eyes and my cheeks and my lips do when I try to smile.
I say you look unique when you smile. No one has a smile like yours. Well, you're just talking about
sorry.
people with crooked teeth.
I wasn't though.
Yeah, you were.
It had nothing to do with teeth.
Oh my God.
My teeth are bad, yes.
I'm giving you opportunities to back out to be like, yes.
I get what you're
that
saying.
group of people they see dentists.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying.
yeah,
That is what you're saying.
yeah. I was referring to
People with crooked teeth. Yeah.
Southern hillbillies.
Okay, well, we can accept that. Oh man, that was
I'm sorry, I don't have a filter. Apparently,
sometimes you do.
I try, but it failed me there. It failed.
Yeah.
Part of me thinks you shouldn't need to have a filter. People should judge you based on your actions.
You think?
I do think. I mean, if we're judging people based on words alone, then I guess all our politicians are good people.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I don't know either. Rob, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I need some water.
I have to pee. And I have had to pee since we started this episode.
Do you want to wrap it up?
If you're ready to wrap it up, I got nothing else to talk about.
We're excuse me. We're working on a Christmas thing.
Yeah.
We're brainstorming.
I've been thinking about it. I'm trying to figure out how to do some things with it, but
it's a good idea. It's just a matter of execution. That's really all the thing. So we'll hopefully have a Christmas special in one way or another.
Yep.
For sure. I think we'll tap in with our friend Mr. Claus again. So once again, every year so far he has sounded a bit different, and this year will be no different in that it will sound different. But he is the one. No, he does that because he's got to build up the mystique when he's traveling the world, going to other countries and stuff. He has to match.
He's like being
the accent.
he's like being number one on the FBI most wanted list. He has to change himself so that he's not spotted.
And he's also a man of the world, so he speaks
all inclusive.
He speaks every language of the world, all of them,
as long as that's English with an accent.
Yes,
he does every accent in English though. And I know for a fact I've got a bad conversation coming with him because this episode put me on the naughty list, I think.
Yeah, my just a side note, and I only have like a year or two really left of this. The person who the Santa Claus that we're going to talk to left a message for Ashton about a week ago because he was having a day, and it was not I shouldn't say a day. It was like a string of days where there's just chunks of times where it's just like, bro, like you need to.
Do you use a service?
What do you mean?
Well, when you get somebody to call, like my parents use "'Cause Santa Said So."
Oh no, we just had.
You just have a friend.
I know Santa.
Oh, I see.
But Santa made.
He's a busy dude, man. That's pretty cool.
You want to hear the message that Santa presented us?
Sure.
So this was I texted him. I said, "Hey man, I need you to talk to Ashton. He's having a bad. He's been doing pretty bad with his parents. He's a good kid. He's very nice to everyone, and but just with mom and dad, it gets a little rough. And so this is what he said.
That's what you messaged?
Yeah, this is what I said to him.
Wow.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas! Hello, Ashton. This is Santa Claus. How are you this Christmas season? I wanted to reach out and let you know how thankful I am about how nice you are to your friends and other little boys and girls. But also want you to know I've been seeing you be not so good with your mother and father. Ho, ho, you still have time to be a good little boy before Christmas, or Santa Claus may not be able to bring you all the toys that you'd like. At any rate, Ashton, have a good Christmas season and be a good little boy. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
So it's Santa.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. That shit got scary right before the end.
Why?
Just the tone of his voice.
He's stern.
Yeah.
He wanted Ashton's jaw dropped, and he's been pretty good since. Today he's pushing it a little bit, but he's doing good. So that's who we're going to talk to. We're going to talk to Santa, and I think you have a message coming up. Last year we focused on me.
I thought we focused on me last year.
I don't remember. 1 year it was on me.
The first time. The second time it was on me.
Okay, well, it might be on you again.
Probably.
With your choice
I probably deserve it.
Your choice of vernacular and your things like that. I just we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So that's something to look forward to. Make sure you hit us up.
It's called Potty Mouth, and Santa doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Tonight on 60 Minutes.
Follow us on Twitter at Dudes on a Porch. You can email us dudesonaporch@gmail.com. Hit us up on Untapped. Follow all the beers that we drink.
Send us your bad jokes and bad beer.
Other than that, till next time. Bye-bye.
Lates. Can't believe I ended with lates.
Till next time. Bye-bye.
Lates. Can't believe I ended with
Pew pew audio. Goodbye, everyone.